Damn.
What is going on, guys? Narcoleptic Knight here. Now I know I am so far behind for making a video for the new DLC for Rainbow Six Siege, but I've been away from home for a few days and just got back, so I'm gonna make this video right now and tell you guys my thoughts. Also, because there are already so many other videos on the new DLC, I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm only gonna go over the important stuff, but I'll leave a link down below in case you do want to know everything that's coming in the DLC. So first and foremost, the new operation is called Skull Rain, and with it comes one new map and two new operators. The new map is called Favela, and to all my Modern Warfare 2 players out there, you're going to be super familiar with this type of map. In the background, I'm already showing you guys what the map is going to look like, but essentially it's kind of like the slums of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Now this map is going to be quite different than the ones we've seen previously in Rainbow Six Siege, and that is because in most maps that we've seen so far, it's like, you breach the perimeter and trying to get into the building. But when asked about this map, the developers said they wanted to change things up. They didn't want it to feel like, just breaching the perimeter, so they wanted to create a story behind the favela map. And so you're supposed to feel as if your assault truck was ambushed during a patrol and now you are surrounded. To go along with that feeling, no longer are we going to have one solid building with an outer wall that you can't destroy. It seems like they're going to make the whole outer wall destructible. And they didn't just say the outer walls of the main building are going to be destructible. They actually said main buildings plural. So, we're going to see multiple buildings, not just one like we usually do. So we are definitely going to see some crazy and unique playstyles coming up, ones that we haven't seen on any other map. Because the way the map looks right now, and having multiple buildings, and having the outer walls of those buildings destructible, it's just going to get crazy. I'm actually really excited for this map because I think it's going to keep everyone on their toes. As a defender, you have to be careful because every wall is destructible. So at any time, attackers could breach any wall. And as an attacker, defenders can be anywhere. Like, you have to look at multiple buildings. Like, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Anyways, let's get to the operators. Don't mind me butchering these names, but for the defensive operator, we have Kappa. Now, she honestly confuses the shit out of me because her special ability is called Silent Step, and it's a skill that enables her to sneak up on enemies, to immobilize them, and then interrogate them to reveal their teammates. Like, what? I'm honestly so confused as to how they're going to make this work, but there's so many possibilities, I guess. It says that her skill, called Silent Step, will enable her to sneak up on enemies to immobilize them. So does she have to get into, melee range, and then she grabs them, puts them on the ground, or, because that kind of leave her vulnerable to get shot? I'm kind of confused here. Maybe she has a gun that she kind of shoots the enemy, and it'll reveal enemies around them, kind of like Hanzo in Overwatch. I have no idea, but honestly, it should be pretty interesting how they're going to implement this. When it comes to Kappa's weapons, honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in UB on this one. So her primary weapons are the M12 as a little submachine gun, or a Spaz 15, a shotgun. And she also carries, a regular secondary or whatever, and a nitro cell or barbed wire. The reason I'm disappointed is simply because I thought her weapons were going to be a little bit more unique. I don't feel that we need another shotgun roamer who has a nitro cell. Also, the rumor has been going around that they might get rid of Valkyrie's C4. If they do that, I'm going to be pretty disappointed because I'm starting to see a pattern here. They first released Black Ice and gave us Frost, who had an overpowered shotgun and a C4. They had to nerf the shotgun, and then they ended up getting rid of the C4 when they brought in Dustline. And then with Dustline, they gave us Valkyrie, who had an overpowered shotgun in my opinion, and a C4. So if they bring in the new Skull Rain, if they get rid of Valkyrie's C4, saying that, oh, she's overpowered, but then do the same thing and give us a new operator who has a shotgun and a C4 that's probably going to be overpowered, I'm starting to think that they're just going to make an overpowered operator every DLC just so that we buy it. I'm not accusing them, but I'm just seeing a pattern here. If they get rid of Valkyrie's C4, saying that she's too overpowered, then I'm gonna have some questions. But anyways, the other operator coming with this DLC is the attacker Kappa Tau. Now his special ability is that he carries a tactical crossbow that can fire asphyxiating bolts that burn oxygen within a certain radius, as well as micro smoke grenades that can mask positions and team movements. I assume the crossbow is going to do AoE damage similar to that of Smoke's gas grenades. This is actually going to change the game quite a bit. Obviously Smoke is a defender, so we were never able to use his gas grenades on the attack. But now that we have an attacker who can do damage to an area, it will be much harder for people to camp in certain areas, as well as even in the objective room. This will ultimately change the way people defend on every map that we have already, because there's always people who camp in certain areas of the objective room, and now if people play this character right, this Kappa Tau, they shouldn't be able to do that, and they're gonna have to move around, so it should make things really interesting. As for the micro smoke grenades, honestly, I don't know how helpful that's gonna be. The last cool thing about Kappa Tau is that one of his primary weapons can be the M249, one of those giant machine guns. I can already imagine that thing just spraying on the Favela map with all those destructible walls. Shit's gonna get crazy. So in conclusion, the new Skull Rain DLC will not only bring a lot of new stuff to the game, but should really change how we already play it. A live demo of the new Skull Rain DLC will be available on Twitch on July 30th, and the actual release date for the DLC is August 2nd, so get ready. Once again guys, my bad for releasing this video so late, but I did want to share with you guys my thoughts on what's been leaked so far about the DLC. I hope you found this video entertaining. Please let me know down below if you agree with me, if you disagree, or just your general thoughts on the new DLC. I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to say about it. But once again guys, thank you for watching, and good luck sieging.